Maria Zaloumis-Mwelwa left her job as a cardiology nurse in Australia to pursue something totally unrelated to her career. On her return to Zambia, she stirred up an old passion and started Tuzini Farms on a family land that her father used to work but could not owing to poor health.
I came back to take over from my father because my father is suffering from Alzheimer's. So we started Tuzini in 2016 growing tomato. We specialize particularly in tomato and vegetable growing. I saw a big deficiency in the market for vegetables, and as a woman I love to be in the nature, I love to be outside. I grew up with my dad who was farming, so basically I came to take over his farm. But at the time the farm was really run down because of his Alzheimer's and his illness and his inability to farm.
Being a family-run enterprise, Tuzini's leadership includes Maria's mother, who chairs the board. The farms have suffered crop losses along the way and used the lessons as building blocks. This is Tuzini Farms' first harvest from the tomato field that is behind, a little beyond where these workers are. And it looks like it has more to give. The picking will go on for 12 weeks and will result in tons of fruit that will be offloaded onto the Zambian market. Tuzini Farms started small on one piece of land and grew, but that rise is now being affected by the effects of COVID-19.
We've grown quite a bit. We've expanded our hectarages. We've ensured that we have Tuzini 2 and 3. So we've grown from 1 farm to 3 farms. But it's been a hard journey. It hasn't been easy, but it's been rewarding because farming is my passion. And where my passion lies, that's what rewards me.
At the point that you are, how many tons of tomato are you harvesting? And when you compare that with when you started, how much have you grown?
So right now we do about 200 boxes every 2 days. So I could say in a week we do about 600 boxes, which equivalates to about 1.8 tons a week. And we have grown because we started off with just harvesting 100 boxes a week. So we have grown in the sense that from 400 boxes a month to 1.8 tons, because one box is 30 kgs. So from 400 boxes a week to 800 boxes a week, I think we've doubled in our production. But at the same time, COVID has affected us a little bit. So Tuzini Farms also does seedlings, as you can see in the background, and we also own a chemical line, which is Tuzini Enterprises, our sister company. And we've seen a huge, breakdown from farmers in purchasing seedlings and chemicals because people just don't have money to farm. There are some remote control farmers who are in offices who farm, on the side, and they haven't been able to farm because, they're not getting paid or they've lost their jobs due to COVID. So we've seen the buying power of seedlings and chemicals has been quite bad. Also, in the informal market, the buying power of tomato itself has gone down a lot. So you find that tomato was selling for 50 kwacha for a long period of time, and the price just picked up in the last 2 weeks. And that is because the supply has been really, really low of tomato.
Despite the slowdown in demand for Tuzini's products owing to the pandemic, the prospects still look bright for the company. Tuzini recently signed a $100,000 partnership with Musika, a not-for-profit organization that aims to stimulate private sector investment in small-scale agriculture. The partnership is to enable local small-scale farmers have market access and cold storage facilities for their crops.